Good morning, Naledi, and to our viewers. I think, we are right back to where it all started, when Randall Williams resigned and he basically left the municipality in a state of disaster, caused a lot of political impasse and a lot of uncertainty, and the embattled Tshwane municipality's political force obviously trying to fight for the mayoral change. So we are back at that point, but it gets worse because now there's not even a speaker to facilitate the process of actually ushering in a new mayor. So we are actually further than when the process started when Randall Williams resigned. At least then there was a speaker and it was easy to take the whole process forward. So today, after, of course, Dr. Murunwa Makwarela has left both those positions open, that of Speaker, and subsequently the controversy around how he resigned as a mayor after having that short stint of his. The politicians are gathered here and they're starting the process of making sure that there is a Speaker. We've already understood that they have identified their candidates. Eugene Modise, who is the ANC chairperson here in Tshwane, joins me to outline some of the detail around what we can expect. And you would understand that there are two groups here. There is the multi-party coalition who have their people, and of course then there's the other side, the ANC and the EFF and the other small opposition parties that are also gearing up for this much awaited battle for the number one spot in the capital city. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. I hope you had at least time to rest. We start again, we fight again today.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Good morning to you and your viewers. Yeah, no, we have not rested. Actually, we had a meeting last night just to tighten the screws, but we are confident we filled our candidate. Actually, the candidate identified, it's not identified last week. It was 2 weeks before we elected the mayor. We identified the speaker candidate, who is Tshwane from ATM. So we are confident that we will emerge today.
And where do you draw that confidence from? We understand that the other side, the multi-party coalition, has also been doing their own negotiations. They've worked hard behind the scenes to mend their broken relationship, or so it seems. So do you still, feel confident that you will emerge victorious from this when you just look at what has happened, what has transpired?
Yeah, we are still confident, like we did when we elected the mayor. I would just give you a brief background about the rupture on the other side. They subjected people to compulsory lie detection tests, and the majority of the people they have targeted passed, and then those they love failed. So that have compounded the problem from their side. So they identified only a poor lady, one lady, because of association with Dow, which is unwarranted and unfortunate. But I think she'll move with legal proceedings and interdict the ugly, horrible action of HNSA.
And that being Nkelemla.
Nkelemla, yes, you are correct. Because unfortunately, she passed the lie detection test and they were disappointed. So now they are trying all means. Look at the communication between herself and the party. They gave her 48 hours, which was on Friday, deliberately, that she must respond on Sunday, meaning they knew that today you are coming to council. They wanted her not to be part of council. So it's a fallacy, it's an ugly situation, horrible. But this demonstrates that those wives doesn't care about black people. That's what we are saying.
But how confidently can you say that she did not work with the ANC and the EFF in the whole Dr. Makwarela saga?
Look, I'm the regional chairperson, I'm the political head here. I never met Eugene, even once. So, and that exercise is secret, the secrecy, and I don't know how do they identify her or associate her with us. I don't know. It's unfortunate.
To those who might feel that, but listen, the ANC must give up, because following the Dr. Makwarela scandal and just how shameful that whole situation was, and how it actually left the city in a bigger state of disaster than originally was created with the Randall Williams resignation. To those who are saying, but listen, let it go, you tried and your plan backfired, how do you respond?
No, we can't. Firstly, Makwarela is not a member of the African National Congress. He's a co-member. The responsibility of vetting him comes from that side. And in terms of the coalition, multi-party, the one that we are talking about, they are actually frustrated more than us because today, as we speak, they are not happy with their candidate. We have a candidate who's coming from Parliament, aldermans and everybody are not happy. And look, the lie detection test have identified some of their senior members, Randall Williams, Kateho Matebe, and Kutsi, but they are not targeting them. So we are confident we will pull this forward.
The ATM candidate, Mr. Mzwanana, do you know whether he does not have Smallingana skeletons in his closet that might just surprise all of us? Have you made sure that his record is clear, that you at least learn from what happened with Makwarela so that you don't repeat history? Have you made sure that Mr. Mzwanana is he has a record that can stand the test of credibility and integrity? Or can we perhaps dig and perhaps find some another scandal? Did you make sure that your house is in order this time?
Yes, Makwarela saga was an eye-opener. What we did, we have spoken to all coalition partners to tell us their situation, the current situation, financial and whatever, so that we are not embarrassed anymore. And even though it's not our purview, but we have requested them, even their parties, to do that, to vet them and give us the details of their current situation.
After the speaker, obviously, then once the speaker is announced, voted in, the speaker would then have the power to pave the way for the mayor to be elected. The speaker would then determine a date and time within the bounds of the law. Have you identified who you're going to field as your mayoral candidate?
I don't want to lie, not yet. We're still negotiating, but it will come from smaller parties.
Thank you so much. We'll leave it at there. Naledi, I can see from where I'm standing, I'm not sure if maybe our viewers will be able to get a glimpse. You can see the councillors are getting in, they are taking up their positions, they are gearing up to start this, of course, electoral process to vote in the next Tshwane speaker, and that would allow for the next process to start. That would be to start the process of voting in a Tshwane mayor. But I must say, the multi-party coalition this time around playing their cards very close to their chest. They're keeping mum, they're very tight-lipped about who their candidate is. We've tried to get that information and we've heard names, but no tangible confirmation. We have learned that they seem to be, favoring somebody from Action SA, but of course following the challenges within Action SA and the fact that most of the councillors who actually voted for Makwarela apparently were from Action SA. So there are those challenges that are happening behind the scenes. So we will just have to, hear from the floor who exactly will they nominate to be their speaker candidate and take it from there. But as you have heard here from Eugene, it seems like behind the scenes there's still a whole lot of disagreements that are happening, tensions still rife, and of course some of the councillors in particular from the DA still remaining disgruntled, feeling that they are being overlooked for this much important position of becoming mayor. The issue around Celia Brink being the multi-party coalition candidate, the mayoral candidate, still haunting them still not being unhappy with the fact that they've been part of the capital city and they have been running the ground, but yet they seem not to be good enough to be identified for this position. So that is causing a lot of problems, and of course Action SA as well having their challenges following the role that their councillors played in voting in Dr. Makwarela. So there's a lot of trust deficit that is causing a lot of delays and mayhem amongst the councillors. You can imagine even the other side, the ANC and the EFF, even that side we have heard there's also issues of trust where everybody is like, but what happened with Dr. Makwarela is a bitter lesson learned. So we'll have to see what happens here.
Guys.
And of course, what tricks do they have up their sleeves? It's a lot, but we'll try and give you a blow-by-blow account of what is happening in the embattled Tshwane Municipality Council today.